A warm welcome to everyone. I am Haripriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Costume Design and Fashion, and I am going to present a video on fashion illustration. So, in this video, we are going to see about clothing theories. What is clothing theories? So, what is clothing theories? Theories of clothing explain why humans began wearing clothes and how fashion evolved over time. These theories are categorized into practical, psychological, sociocultural, and economic perspectives. So, first, the theories of clothing, which explains how the human are interested in wearing clothes and how the fashion was involved in everything. So, how the fashion plays a great role in those things. So, those things are comes under clothing theories. In these theories, it is mainly categorized into three. First one is practical. So, how we are feeling to wear a garment. So, what is the stage of it? So, how it seems to be. Those things comes under practical. Mainly the comfort zone. So, if we are wearing a cloth, how it makes to be a very comfortable and how it feels to be a wearer. So, next one is psychological. So, psychological, which means how we are comfortable in psychological state. That is, if we are wearing a garment, it seems to be or it looks to be very good, good in looking, and we are to be comfortable in whatever place and wherever we are going. It makes us to be give a sophisticated feel. So, it is comes under psychological. And next, socioculture, which is socioculture, which means if we are to be going to be in a place or to be in a function wherever we are going, it's to be a status. It's mainly named as a status. If we are wearing a cloth, that cloth should good gives a good feel to the wearer, and it gives a respect and everything. It seems to be comes under socioculture. And next, economic perspective. If we are standardized in our economic status, it seems to be in that. So, next, so this is below is a detailed exploration of major clothing theories. So, next we are going to see what are all those theories comes under. First one is protection theory. The protection theory, it is a functional theory proposed by an anthropologist and evolutionary theorist, suggests that clothing originally served as a protection against extreme weather, cold, heat, wind, and environmental hazards like insects, plants, injuries. So, first of all, mainly the clothing is mainly done for a protective purpose. If we are wearing a garment, it makes us very comfortable and very protective against the environmental situations like heat, climatic condition, moisture, cold situations, whatever. The environment situations may be where, whatever. So, it should be not affecting our skin. So, we should protect our skin from those things. Mainly, this can be done by clothing. So, this comes under protection theory. Second one is modesty. Modesty, it is rooted in religious and moral beliefs, which means the modesty is a major thing which is from our birth to death. So, it comes under everywhere in a life in a human's life. So, suggested that clothing developed to cover the body due to the sense of shame or modesty, often linked to the culture and religious influences. Mainly, it comes under religion influences. If we are a woman, we should have some culture in our country, but we have to follow that culture because we are a woman. If he or she, if he comes under, he should wear some particular garments in particular scenario, particular festivals, whatever. He should be seems to be in good way. He should have some cultural benefits on that. So, if woman is wearing a sari, men should wear dhoti in a festival times. This is a cultural follow-ups. So, example, the legal story of Adam and Eve covering themselves after gaining knowledge. So, if the animals won't wear clothes because they don't have that much sense, but if a human, he or she should wear a garments because they should have a gain knowledge on, we should cover our body in every situations. That is called as mainly it is a modesty. Next one is Immodesty selection theory proposed by the psychologist or sociologist suggests that clothing was initially used to attract attention rather than cover the body. Adornment, ornamentation, and fashion emerged to enhance the sexual appeal. So, first one, the first thing is done for the modesty to cover the body. The first of all, we cover the body to make the protection, and next one is to cover our body. It's a gained knowledge. The third thing, we have some knowledge that we have to be more, seems to be more good and beautiful while wearing a garment, so that it will attract the others to see us. It is a psychological way. Next one is adornment theory, explaining the cloth as a mean of a self-expression, beauty and identity. So we that if we have to wear a garment, or if we are interested in wearing some garments, we should have some self-expressions that we love that garment. It seems to be very good, and it gives a good feel to the wearer. So it comes under self-expression, beauty and identity. Next one is communication theory, developed since semiotics and sociology suggest that clothing is a non-verbal communication tool signaling identity, status and emotions. In particular situations, we need to wear some colored garments to that occasion or to that place, because it is some signals, or it is some notifications given to that place. It is mainly the uniforms. If it is a school, the school students should wear a uniforms. It is the main thing. Like that, we have to give a communication theory using clothing. Next is social status and differential theories, proposed by the Thorsten Veblen, suggests that clothing distinguishes social classes and groups. So in medieval Europe, stampentry laws regulated who could wear silk and gold embroidery. So in the before status, we have seen that in a place they should highly emphasized on the embroideries on the neck portions and in the cuff portions, like that we have already seen in the previous videos. That is a part. Okay, so the branded designers or designers are mainly motivated to do those embroideries to give a social status in the social periods. Next, psychological theory proposed by L.C. Figel in 1930 suggests that clothing satisfies psychological needs such as self-confidence, security and self-expression. So if we are wearing a very favorite outfit of ours, we should have some good feel on that. We will feel somewhat confidence, we will have some good feel, we will feel to be very comfortable and happy on wearing those garments. So it is psychologically, it makes us comfort and to make our move very good. Next, political and economical theory, developed as Marxist and capitalist perspective. Clothing reflects the political power and economic conditions. Mayo suits in communist China symbolized equality. The Industrial Revolution embedded mass production, making a fashionable accessible. So if it is a political related one, so it is somewhat different. Next, clothing as modesty. The clothing as modesty is a concept deeply rooted in cultural, religious and social norms. It refers to the idea that garment serves to cover the body in a way that aligns with societal expectations of decency and appropriateness. The definition of modesty varies across time periods, regions, and belief systems, influencing fashion choices, garment construction, and textile selection. So, in this picture, we can see a woman is standing with a different colored garment, but it is fully covered one. If she is comfortable with those garment and with wearing some coolers and scarves, so that she is wearing some different way of garment and it makes her comfort, it is very comfortable zone to her. So like that, the modesty is mainly to cover the body, and other than that, expectations of decencies. So in a place, in a societal places, we should be in a proper form, so that only we should be withstand there. Like that, the modesty is the main thing. Next is key aspects of clothing as modesty. First one is cultural interpretations. Different cultures have unique standards for modesty attiring. ranging from loose fitting garments to specific covering requirements. Traditional clothing such as abaya, saris, hanbok and kimono often reflects the cultural values tied to modesty. So those garments are fully covered one. It is from the traditional garments. Next, religious significance. Many religions emphasize the modesty dressing as a form of pity and respect. For Islamic examples, Islam encourages wearing the hijab, Judaism has modesty laws, and Christianity often promotes the conservative dress in certain demonstrations. Socio and historical influences. Modesty norms have involved has evolved over time. For example, Victorian era fashion emphasized full coverage while modern fashion allows for more diversity in interpretation. Modesty in clothing is often influenced by the societal expectations, morality, and gender norms. Functionality and design considerations. Garment constructions for modesty often involves higher necklines, longer hemlines, and looser fits. Textile choices such as opaque fabrics, opaque which means it is very thick and tightly weaved fabrics, and layering contributes to the modesty dressings. Modern perspectives and personal choices. Today, modern fashion is a growing movement that blends tradition with contemporary styles. Individual may choose modesty clothing for personal, ethical, or aesthetic reasons rather than strict religious or cultural mandates. So everything was changed today now, but in the traditional we have various rules and regulations. We have various different cultural and religious structures for a garment preparation for a particular social economic status. Okay, thank you.